All right, guys. So we got to talk about something pretty serious here that's going on. And if you haven't heard, if you've been living under a rock, there was a stabbing. There was a stabbing at a high school in Texas, and basically, it's turned into this whole like culture race war thing. I mean, that shit's flaring up again, and I think that's what they wanted. The thing that's kind of disturbing to me is how quickly it happened. So, yeah. So there was a kid that there were okay. So there were two kids. They were at a track meet, and one of the kids, the kid that did the stabbing, was apparently on the wrong side. He was like on the other team's side of his victim, and apparently they asked him to leave because it started raining, and he got underneath the tent that they were all under because they had like little like tents like set up in the bleachers, and I guess he was talking shit or something. So they were like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here," basically. And the kid was like, "Make me." And then, like, I guess he pushed him or some shit, and then the kid grabbed a knife and stabbed him. So it's a white on black thing, or black on white, I should say, like, as far as the who did the killing or whatever. So it sparked up this whole fucking race war thing, and it's annoying because it's like, we don't need this. We don't need something like this again. So, anyways, the family released a press conference. We're not going to watch the whole thing. I'm just going to watch this guy's. And then I'm going to go to a video of the mom talking about it. And then I'll kind of give my breakdown. But this guy right here, just watch.
I want to start off this press conference to say something as a deep note. A deep note that I can tell America. What we seen at the beginning of this press conference, the father being at this press conference, these are my words. Don't quote.
So real quick here, the father of the victim showed up to this press conference. So he didn't show up with a gun or anything.
Anybody. Is a disrespect to the dignity of his son. Next Generation Action Network from the beginning has respected the loss of life. No matter our opinion of it, we have kept our opinion close. We have not attacked. We have not shared the information that was shared with us about Austin Metcalf.
It's Metcalf. So what I don't like is, first of all, this goofball next year, he's just like shaking his head. What they're trying to do is demonize the family to make it look how crazy they are. See, they're crazy. They're crazy people. Now, however, I think that maybe showing up to the press conference wasn't such a good idea. But, I mean, it is a free country. You are allowed to do, you can go in wherever you want, right? But I don't know if he went there to intimidate. I guess from what I heard from one of the news reports, he just stood there. Like, he didn't actually do anything crazy. He just stood there and watched, pretty much, and then they were like, you gotta leave. He didn't even get to start the press conference before they made him leave, but yeah, I don't like how they're trying to demonize the other person's family, because I'm not sure how it works when they're plaintiffs, and because I know you're not supposed to have contact, but is like the whole families can't like make contact with each other? I'm not sure how that works.
Because we respect the dignity of life and loss. And as a minister, I would not attack a grieving family, even if I disagree with them. When I have
So there's a lot of emotions in this. So I mean, it's like if my kid was murdered, I don't know what I would do. I mean, I'm pretty sure I would lose it, and then it wouldn't be good for everybody. Me personally, I mean, I feel like I'm pretty level-headed, but something like that, I don't know. I've never really been involved in something like this, so I'm not sure how I would react. I would like to think that I'm pretty level-headed, within reason. I'm not gonna like take it out on the other person's family. It's usually that one person that did you wrong that should be, you know, targeted, I guess you could say, in the nicest way that I could say it. That doesn't make it right, but at the same time, to try and brush something off like that, as heinous as it is, it's got to be tough to even just look the other way. I mean, pacifism is not really a. I don't think it's a benefit, right? Pacifism can lead to the deterioration of everything around you if you don't do something. You're People do all this like, well, God says forgive and all this. Yes, but you're not supposed to make peace with evil either. You're just not. You're actually obligated to destroy it, or it'll destroy you and everything around you. So there's that to be said. Now, I'm not saying that the kid is totally evil, but we'll get into it a little bit more.
Stood before this podium for people who have died at the hands of law enforcement. I have asked for that same manner of respect. And even when the shoe is on the other foot, I will not do that. And all I'm going to say, so it don't be asked later, is that was disrespectful and just shows you all the character who is not invited. He knows that it's inappropriate to be near this family, but he did it. And so
he's just trying to make it seem like they're crazy. I mean, I could see why it would be in bad taste, but I mean, at the same time, you're involved in the community and they're holding a press conference, like it's like post-game press conference or whatever.
I say to people, actions speak louder than words. Okay? What he has failed into is the political operatives that want to make this thing a political thing of hate, yet bigotry, and yet racism. We have conservative operatives that have been posting non-stop about this case.
That could be said, though, at the left, too. This has definitely been made a race thing off the bat. I'm just going to stop it at this, but at this fucking guy here. This guy, he seems like a race hustler. He's Jesse Jackson or whatever. I almost said Jesse Owens. He was cool. But no, this seems like a typical race bait situation here where this guy is going to benefit off this. He's probably going to make bank on this, guaranteed. We'll find out after we get more details. But typically they make some money off this, and it's a bunch of publicity for him and his organization. During this speech or intro or whatever he's doing here, he says his group's name. I already forgot it. I have their website. Next Generation Action. What is it? Next Generation Action Network. NGAN. But you could tell he's just gonna try and make money off this shit. He's being opportunistic with the family. I don't know if we don't really need national. I don't think this needs national attention like it's getting, because it's so polarizing. And they're trying to make it about race, which I don't think it is. Now, they said that he was being a bully, but both of these kids were star athletes, I guess, at their schools. And if you've ever played sports in high school, you should know that the star athlete kids were douchebags. So I wouldn't put it past this kid that the victim, he was probably being an asshole, but the other kid that stabbed him was probably also an asshole. And it was two douchebags meeting in the middle, and then one went, one died, tragically. So, I think that maybe they were just both dickheads. I mean, who knows? I don't know these kids personally, but just my own personal anecdote of like going through high school and playing sports and being a good athlete myself. I wasn't a star football player, but I was really good at baseball. And I was kind of a fucking dickhead in high school. I didn't really bully kids, but just kind of a jerk, And that's just how it was. That's just how all the kids that were top of their class, fucking top of their whatever sport they play in, they were just douchebags. So, I don't know if they are both nice kids or not, or one wasn't. I don't know. But my experience is you're kind of a douche when you're really good at sports in high school. So, let's get a little bit more here. So this is the dad. They actually escorted him out without incident. They just asked him to leave, and then he went. So that's the father of the victim. His arm is hurt too, so I'm sure you didn't. I wonder how he hurt his arm. Yeah. Let's watch the mom speak.
Good afternoon. My name is Kayla Hayes. I am the mother of Karmelo Anthony.
Ultimately, both families are going to really suffer through this. That's one of the bigger tragedies. So both these kids' lives one's gone forever, and then the other one's life is going to be, it's probably going to be shitty for the rest of his life. He made one bad mistake. And it's unfortunate, but let's hear the mother speak, and then I'll kind of speak on a couple other points that I've been hearing that on the right that I don't agree with.
3 years ago, my family moved to North Texas searching for a better life. Like so many other families, we wanted to give our children the future we did not have. My husband works hard every single day to provide for us, to make sure we're in the best financial position possible. As a stay-at-home mom, I made it my life's mission to ensure our children are loved, nurtured, and supported every step of the way. In wake of this tragic incident, our family has been under attack. Whatever you think what happened between Karmelo and the Metcalf boys,
you shouldn't be attacking the family. I mean, this shit should just play out in court, really. People getting involved and doxing them and shit, that's just, you shouldn't do shit like that. That's fucked up. The justice, oh shit, I just whistled all crazy there. Like Herbert the pervert from Family Guy. But the family should not be made to suffer from this. First of all, they didn't tell him, I'm sure they didn't tell him, like, oh, you need to go out there and start stabbing people. But people should not be doxing them and trying to find out where they live. They already found out where they live.
my 3 younger children.
One of the baddest looks of this is they started a GoFundMe and they raised like $500,000. And I think today or yesterday was the day that they could withdraw the money from the account. And apparently they bought a fucking house, like $1 million house or $900,000 house and a new car. So that is not a good look. That's supposed to be, people raised that money for his legal fees. And then they just blew it on a fucking house and a car. And then they even argued for his bond to get lowered because they're like, I don't think I don't know if they're low income or they just couldn't afford it because it was like $1 million, and then the judge lowered it to 2 million. Or sorry, I'm thinking of Kyle Rittenhouse. The judge lowered it to 250,000, and but they had the money, I guess. That's what the money was for. But now they just spent it on a car and a house, which is crazy. Not a good look.
My husband and I didn't do anything to deserve to be threatened, harassed.
This is
and
true,
lied about.
except for maybe the buying the house and the
Lies
car.
false
I'd be pissed about that
accusations
too.
That have been said about us, especially over the past week, has been overwhelming. The lies and their amplification put my family in danger, as well as everyone in our community, everyone involved in the investigation, from the police, the attorneys, and the court staff. Our address and my husband's previous employer's address has been put on all social media platforms. My husband had to take a leave of absence because he's afraid what may happen to our family. His mental health is deteriorating day by day. We have endured death threats.
I mean, what about the other kid's family? Because I know people have come out and like staunch support of Karmelo Anthony. About like, I mean, I've seen videos where people are like, good, that's what you get, or whatever, like talking shit. So I'm sure people are harassing the other family too. But we're not getting that story yet. They're keeping their mouths shut, other than the dad showing up to the press conference. But I don't know, man. I don't like the way that they're trying to demonize and victimize themselves, because it's going to be all used for court. You know what I mean? Well, they have been doxxed. I know that because I saw their address online the other day, or like on a reel on fucking like Instagram or something, which is fucked up.
My 13-year-old daughter is afraid to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful of what might happen to her. And let me be clear, the claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false. We have not received a single dime from the Give, Set, Go fundraiser. And the co-founder
Give, Set, Go, not GoFundMe.
In the reality, we were just notified yesterday that we could begin to withdraw funds. And it still takes several days to receive those funds once a request is made. I don't know why we are being targeted and discriminated against before a fair trial. Our son deserves the same rights under the law that everyone is afforded to.
I agree with that.
He's been raised in a two-parent home with structure, stability, love, and we put God first in everything that we do. We believe in the Constitution. We believe in the laws of this state, but those laws must apply to all of us, not just some of us. To be clear, we will not speak publicly about specific details of what happened under the tent on that rainy and awful day. There's an active investigation that everyone involved wants to be full and fair. We believe in the legal process, and that is where the truth will come out. To the family who experienced the loss, my heart truly goes out to you. To those who have supported my family, thank you from the bottom of our heart.
Damn, she almost made me cry. Yeah, it's a tough situation. This should have never happened for sure. So one of the points that's on the right is, why did you bring a knife to a track meet? Dude, I bring a knife everywhere with me. And I know a lot of people that do. I mean, some people just have a knife. You know what I mean? You never know when you need a knife. Not, I mean, you don't bring a knife on the intent of killing somebody, but like, it is a defense weapon. But it's also you know, it's a tool. It's good to have a knife when you need one. So that whole thing of he shouldn't have had a knife at a track meet, they should just throw that out. That's stupid. That's the same reason why, I fucking wear I bring my pistol with me when I go fucking grocery shopping. You never know when you need it, especially in America where we've got all these sick people that commit crazy crimes. It's better to have it and not need it. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I hate that it's turning into a fucking race war. So you can guarantee that if Karmelo is found guilty, there's going to be rioting. I don't know if it's going to be Black Lives Matter, like, remember the Summer of Love or whatever? I don't know if it's going to be that crazy, but I think from the evidence that I've heard, it sounds like Karmelo, he's going to be guilty at the very least, I think, of manslaughter. So I don't think he's going to get off, but if they do let him off, it's going to be purely political to avoid people rioting, which is kind of crazy that people can affect the outcome of a trial even if the evidence is there. You know what I mean? And that's not right either. I mean, if he did it, he did it. So another point though is too with Kyle Rittenhouse. I think that his bond was like $2 million, and they wouldn't. He spent like 86 days in jail before he went to court. They didn't even let him out. And they denied lowering it and all that shit. And he killed white people. I mean, it's not like he was at a Black Lives Matter riot, but he only killed white people. So, I don't know. I think they're doing things to maybe make it seem to try and quell like all the craziness that's going to follow this. So, we'll see. I mean, if they think that Kyle Rittenhouse's shit is on video and he was getting attacked and he had a gun on him, I mean, he could get beat to death with a fucking skateboard if you remember the video. So, I mean, I'm all for self-defense, especially in this case. I mean, if the evidence is there, fucking let him go free. This is tragic. Maybe your kid shouldn't have been being a dickhead, But at the same time, you do kind of have to look at, bringing a weapon on school grounds, because I know that's not allowed in schools. Like, you're not allowed to have any kind of weapon in school. So that's bad, but, I mean, maybe there is a pattern of this kid bullying the fuck out of Karmelo. I mean, we don't know. The evidence isn't out yet. So people being, like, hard, whatever, like, being staunch on whichever side, like, you just can't do that yet. The trial hasn't happened. We don't have all the evidence. So we got to just let this shit play out. And everybody calm the fuck down. Stop turning this into a fucking race war. We don't need this again. Please. All right. That's it for today. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. More podcasts coming soon. We're going to start having guests, too. So that'll be fun. So, yeah. Appreciate it, guys. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.